Hello everyone, this is Tina and I'm ready to do the final flip through of this Anne of Green Gables journal. This I made for Julie and you've seen probably several different videos on it. I finally decided I've just got to stop working on it because it's going to get even thicker than it is, and there you go. I've got a scarf I'm thinking about tying around it to close it, but I'm not completely sure, so that's not completely decided upon. But the rest of it's pretty much done. So it has 3 signatures, so each one has 12 pages, so that's like 144 pages altogether. At one time I thought I would put a doily on the spine, but it covered too much of the image in the front, so I just decided to use this lace, and because I didn't want to cover up either one of the images. Let's see, what else about the cover? Probably nothing else, so let's just start looking. And I'm sorry about the glare, but I got these lights on because it's night time here. Anyway, I talked about the spine, how I covered it with duct tape and put some cardboard in there, chipboard, and just used the original spine and expanded it out. I covered all of that spine construction with this lace and just made a little tuck for it. And there's 2 journal cards there. I made this one out of the title page and just added some stickers. And this one I just made out of a couple of pieces of scrapbook paper and some things I got off of Wikipedia and just made a tag about the author. And the reason I did that is because this book, we're keeping it intact as Anne of Green Gables, so the story, you know, it's important. Well, it's not important that we know about the author, but this is not a book we're covering up and pretending like it's not the book that originally was, so maybe that makes sense. Anyway, if you watched any of the other videos, you know that I'm pretending like this is Anne's own journal. And one of the things she would have done was press flowers on her journal. So we have different cutouts of flowers that are representing where she's pressing her flowers. All the signature covers are made out of this Franken paper that's just different scraps stitched together. And, you know, I talked also, sorry, there's my cord for my phone. I talked about how every page is different, so it's just representing how Anne would just use whatever paper she could find to make her journal. And here's just a sack with some different collaging on it, and a tag that's just got different collaging as well. And a digital image, which I think I got it from Christie Art Designs off of Etsy. And yes, I was doing some painting. You can see it on my fingers. So anyway, this is the original image from the book, and I just put it onto the back side of some scrapbook paper, and I did not make it a pocket or tuck or anything like that because I didn't want it torn. And I made a belly band out of some old lace, and the reason I picked that page is because you can kind of see that part of the page looks like it's got stitching on it. So I thought, well, that kind of goes with that. So anyway, and this is just a journaling card I had in my stash. I made a pocket out of some scrapbook paper, put on this music paper, and there is another tag made out of the title page with some stickers. And I just had some leftover ledger paper that Julie had sent me, and I put a sheet in here, and this is the cutoff, and I just made it into a little booklet with some trim and some stamps on there, stamping. This is some old lace I have. I just glued it to that music paper. This is a collage sheet I made for that Anne of Green Gables digital kit I developed when I made this book. If you've watched any of the other videos, I've made reference to it, and I also did a video describing this kit. So we'll point out different parts as you see them in this book, but that's one of the pages. And here is it's supposed to be a journaling card pocket thing that I messed up when I glued it down. So I just glued it flat, so you got lines to write on and a little pocket here. And this is a image I got from a website called Pixel Scrappers. And then I just made a shaker card out of buttons, with buttons. And this pocket is made from woven pages, scrapbook paper, and a page out of a Reader's Digest condensed book. There's another one of Anne's flowers she's pressing. And this is just a little journaling card made out of some book page and some blank line paper and an image, which I don't remember where I got that image. This is from a magazine. It just shows crochet work, so I feel like that Anne would have some of those pages in there. Here's a tuck that's part of that digital kit I was talking about earlier, and they had apples on the farm, so I just created that. And then Matthew is one of the characters. He went to the store, he was wanting to get fabric for Anna dress and just got tongue-tied and ended up buying 20 pounds of brown sugar. So anyway, that's his little receipt. And here's some stickers just made like a trellis with ivy. And I felt like that Anne probably knew someone or somebody who knew somebody, and she was friends with that one rich lady in town, and I don't remember her name. But anyway, I felt like that maybe Anne might have gotten a postcard from her or a souvenir as a postcard, and this one just happens to be dated 1909. And I got this from somewhere, I don't remember. I should remember. I put my own stamp on the back to make the postcard back, and then I just got Julie had sent me some stamps. I just added one there. So anyway, Anne just basically got a postcard somehow, and then she's clipping it in her journal. This is some wallpaper, and I just made a multi-pocketed pocket, and this is from the actual book, Anne of Green Gables, and there's the author's name. So anyway, it's just got a collage on the front, and just one of these digital images from the kit, Anne of Green Gables kit, and that just a collage tag I made. And this is a digital image from the kit, and this is just a piece of scrapbook paper made into a really tall tag. And it looks like I need to add some lace or something on the top, some ribbon, so I'll stick that out there. Here's a tuck on the side, just made out of scrapbook paper, and this is just a kind of like a folder, just decorated on the front. It's just blank on the back. It's made out of manila folder, so. Let's see, keep going. All right, here's just where I had a scarf of my own. I just put it on the scanner and tried to, print it out. So that's what I made the center of the signature for. And here's an envelope that's got the strings of the signature hidden down in there. And just this journaling card. And I had scanned this as part of one of the as an element of one of the pages from that kit. So anyway, that's the original, and it's just tucked down in that pocket. And this is from, I think, another one of my digital kits, just a floral journaling card kit. And here is a tag made with the napkin. This is just an old book from a old children's magazine that Julie had sent me. This is just a journaling card with scrapbook paper and parchment paper and just a little bit of lace in the corner. Fabric pocket. This pocket's just made from scrapbook paper and a picture from a botanical book and just some little odds and ends of lace and ribbon there. And it's got scrapbook paper and a digital image I got free from something, I'm not sure. This is 2 pieces of scrapbook paper. I just made like a double pocket and just have a little piece of trim there. And I have this stamp that stamps the mason jar, and I just stamped it onto some lined paper and just inked it up and made a little journaling card out of it. And this is from one of the elements from the digital kit. It's just the blossom of a wild cherry tree. That is copied out paper with some stamping. It's another crochet magazine book. This is just scallop crochet. There's the crochet. Scrapbook paper with another piece of scrapbook paper, decorating it, and just some washi tape. And then I made this little scholar's report. It's like a report card. And it's just a little booklet. And it says Queen's Class Notes, because she was in a class called the Queen's Class. And because they were studying basically to get into high school. So anyway, this is her copy. It's from her school, Prince Edward Island. So anyway, that's just a little booklet there. And then I've clipped this on because this is an image from the book, or from another Anne of Green Gables book. And I just added a little bit of lace there and some book page. But I'm like pretending like this is an actual photo that Anne had of her and Marilla. And of course she's gotten in trouble again. But anyway, so she would have this photo and she's just clipping it in her journal. Here's another flower that Anne might have pressed. And just some miscellaneous little tags. There's lavender. That's from, maybe from that Christie Art Designs again on Etsy. And it's just in this little pocket. Music paper. This is lace pocket and just a little booklet I made with book page and scraps and just some napkin. And we're at the end of, this is another picture from the book. And we're at the end of this first signature, and the second signature starts. And we have a fabric pocket representing the apples on the farm. And this is just a journaling card that I stitched around. And this is another, in that other digital kit I have, floral journaling cards, or I'm not sure what I called it exactly. I should know. But anyway, this is some hand stitching I did, just a little quick little flower, just because Anne might have had a little piece of stitching in here. And here's another picture of Anne and Matthew. And like I said, she might have had an actual photo and she clipped it in her book. Here is a little tuck that's made out of these flowers from my, it's a digital from my own stash. I just was developing it. And here's a picture of all of her dresses with plain styling, and then just another digital picture of some apples I got from somewhere. And washi tape. This is a pocket made out of book page shaped like a tag, and just a little bit of a button here and some fabric decorating it, and just a journaling card from my other kit, digital kit. This is from the Anne of Green Gables kit, and it's just a pot holder that I've scanned. This is like newsprint paper, and this is an image I got off the internet somewhere. Oh, I think it was at Pixel Scrappers site. And here is some old toys. It's from a book that was about old catalog pages, except this book was actually getting old because you could see the coloring around the edges. Crochet pattern. And this is the fabric page, and I just happened to have this brad in this flower in my stash. It had a brad through it, so I just clipped it through one of the holes of the eyelet. Here's some wallpaper and a little bag I made with some images on it from a napkin, and a flower there, and just a big tall tag made out of some packaging, and it's got some rickrack on it. This is that ledger paper that I'd made the booklet out of earlier, and Julie had sent me that. Here's another flower that Anne's pressing, and this is a map. I was going to include it in the digital kit, but where it says Prince Edward Island, it's just really hard to read, so I figured it wasn't worth it. But since I had it already printed out, I'm going to include it in Anne's journal. And this pocket is made out of wallpaper. Here's another envelope in the center of the signature, and there's the threads. And this is another scarf I have. I just scanned it and printed it out. And another just a little journaling card made out of book page and scraps. And just a little tab made out of some fabric. This is a fabric pocket, and just some scrapbook paper made into a large tag. And over here is a sticker of a rowboat with oars. And my sister-in-law was getting rid of a bunch of stuff, and when I saw that, I thought, oh yes, I know exactly how I'm using that, because one of the scenes of the story is Anne's pretending like she's it's some Greek story or something they had been reading, so she was pretending like she was dead, and they just took the body of this young lady and put flowers around her and just sent her off, you know, in the boat. And she's going down the pond, and something happens, I can't remember. She gets past, oh yeah, the boats usually just end up in one place, but for some reason hers missed that spot, and it just kept going out to the open ocean. So anyway, her arch enemy of the book helps rescue her, and that's just representing that. So here's a pocket made out of book page, and I just tucked in this little journaling card I printed from somewhere. And inside the pocket is another one of these journaling cards, just got collaging and scraps on it. And just closes with the string. And then down here at the bottom I just put a little lace, and that's washi tape. Just on the back side of the signature, here's the other pot holder. And this was a saying, and I can't remember if I included it. I don't think I did in the digital kit, but it's a quote from Anne of Green Gables. I'm so glad I live in a world where there are Octobers. And that was just a picture. I had it, I think it came from Reader's Digest condensed book, and it just, you know, reminded me of what Prince Edward Island might look like in October. And slip in there. Stubborn. Okay, this is from the kit, and it's just a doily I scanned, and then I was just experimenting with different shapes, and so I thought it'd make a cute little tuck. And this is a picture I got from an art magazine. It's just an old watering can and a chair, and I thought it was just kind of old-timey, so it reminded me of something that might be on the porch there in Prince Edward Island. Another image from the book. Here is just a envelope I got free somewhere, and just another journaling card made out of scraps and a book page. And the belly band is just a piece of lace, an old piece of lace. Just slides in there. This is just a decoration. Third signature, I just put this little piece of lace there. It's a little, like a little tab. Here's some more of that trim. There's another page from the book page. Here is a flip. Placed a journal here, but this is just a post-it note, so it could be removed. A tuck made from an image from the kit, and I think I mentioned that this was from a tea towel that my mother had embroidered for me. There's another flower that Anne's pressing. Another journaling card made out of scraps and a book page. This is a page from the kit. It's the collage page. Here's a pocket made out of scrapbook paper. I'm not sure where I got this from. It was just in my file on my computer, and I don't know, but I think it was just waiting there for Anne to find, so it's in her journal. And another page from the crocheting book. Wallpaper with a tuck. It's another image from the kit, and it's just a napkin I'd scanned and put in one of the shapes. And this is a journaling card, and the picture of the cake came from another Anne of Green Gables book, and I just colored it in with some pencil because it was a black and white drawing. But she made a cake for her favorite preacher's wife, and of course she got something mixed up, so it was tasted horrible. So nothing ever went easy for Anne. All right, another tag made out of collaging, and just this image from Christie Arts Design, Christie with a K, and I need to put some paper on the back so you can write on it. So let me slip that up. So far I got two things I need to fix. So anyway, that just goes in this pocket that's made out of woven pages, and this strip here with the teacups on it is from the kit, and it's just an image I adapted from the Pixel Scrappers. And I thought that could be a scene out at sea. Stitching, wallpaper pocket, and this is from another one of the Anne of Green Gables books, and it's just Matthew and Anne in the buggy, and they're on their way home. Scrapbook paper and another woven pocket, Reader's Digest and scrapbook paper, and inside of it I put this image that's from the kit, and it's just representing this raspberry cordial that she gave her friend, but it really wasn't raspberry cordial. It was something that made her friend drunk. This is a folder that was in my stash. I thought this is perfect because it's got a great image for Anne. Another double scrapbooking pocket, and just a image from somewhere, and I just put it on scrapbook paper. And this is another photo that Anne had that she put in her journal, and of course Matthew dies at the end of the book, so she took a picture of his grave. She's putting it in there so she'll never forget. Scrap of paper, wallpaper pocket, and just some leftover scrapbook paper. This is a design from a piece of scrapbook paper I've had forever, and some cheesecloth. And I just made a little corner pocket out of some book page, and just got a cluster decorating it, and two little tags. And this represents the Sunday school picnic that Anne went on, and of course there's her invitation, and then this she embroidered her initials on the napkin. So A.S. and Shirley. So she's just tucked those in this pocket. And this is just a picture from some magazine. I thought that could really be a scene from Prince Edward Island there, you know, by the ocean. So, okay, we're at the center of the signature. We got another envelope hiding the strings and another journaling card made out of scraps and book page. Tucked under the flower. This is a piece of trim, I don't even know what you call it, lace, I guess, that I just put on my scanner, and I just put a piece of newsprint behind it to get the contrast. And I just put it in the center of the signature. Here's another image that was in my on my computer, and I don't know where I got it, but it was once again waiting for Anne. So I pocket with many levels. This got just different journaling cards. That's from my other floral kit. And here's one from somewhere. You think you're going to remember where all these things are from, but you don't. That is a scan that I did. And this is a picture from the other book, and I just put some glittery, I have a pen that's got glue on it, and it just made that shiny. And I showed earlier that mason jar, the stamp I made, and put the lime paper on. Well, this is just one where I stamped that, and then I stamped some flowers in it and colored it, and then I had scanned it and shrunk it down smaller. So just a little tag in the pocket. There's another one there. And here's a tuck. This image is from the kit, and I just backed it on a larger punch that's got a scallop. And this is just a piece of, actually this is from a greeting card I scanned. I just love that image, so I printed it out as paper and made it into a little journaling card, and that's a flower. Another pocket made out of book page. It's got an image and some stickers and some washi tape, and this is just another Christie Art Designs image with on scrapbook paper and some purple raffia. This is a postcard pocket I got from somewhere. Some more scrapbook paper. And just a little pocket I had in my stash with a Christie Art Design print in there, and this might be hers as well. I'm not sure. It's just a digital print I have. And there's some more trim. A pocket made out of the wallpaper. This is definitely Christie Art Designs. I just made it larger. That's probably actually the size it came. I had shrunk it down earlier. Another picture I found in a book that I thought could definitely be Prince Edward Island. And this is a tag I made out of fabric and book page and blank paper, and then this is from a napkin. Those floral images are. All right, this is another sheet of digital collage paper from the kit, and here is a tuck and another journaling card made out, or tag made out of napkin, tucked there. Another flower that Anne is pressing. This is another picture from a magazine that I thought could be Prince Edward Island, and there's some lace, not lace, ribbon. I just took it to my sewing machine and kind of ruffled it up real quick. Journaling card with the little image glued onto it, or not image, I don't know what you would call that. Some embroidery piece from a shirt. Another belly band made out of some lace, and this is another title card from that book. It had like several where it mentioned the name of the book. And this is a image from the kit, and I just fussy cut it and made it into a little tuck, and it's just got this piece of parchment paper tucked right there. And then in the last of the book, with the lace where I'm covering the spine, I have one more envelope, and it's, what's it got inside? Just a little journaling card inside and another one on the front to close the envelope. So anyway, this is this journal. It's one of my very favorite journals I've ever made. I don't know, it was fun doing it. It was fun doing the digitals, and I can't quit working on it. So I just finally had to make the video because it was getting too thick. So anyway, thanks for watching. I know this was long. Bye.